Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, I am the CHALL and welcome to another video. Now this is on the Remember series. Now this is all about a specific moment in an international match in the FIFA World Cup, in the 2020 FIFA World Cup between England and Germany. Now the score ended 4-1 Germany. The second half in particular for an England performance was diabolical. But there's one moment at 2-1 to Germany, just before half-time, that I wanted to take a look at. Now, of course, the whole technology thing's been resolved now with goal line technology and controversially VAR as well. But there is one moment that I want to look at, and I want to sort of look back on it and look at the logic as well. I want to look at it from different angles, and I want to give myself a tactical analysis of it. So I'm pretty sure you guys know by the title and what I'm talking about with this video. It is, of course, Frank Lampard's disallowed goal. Now before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And for now guys, let's get into this video. So let's have a look at some screenshots of where the goal, in terms of an eye point of view, could be seen and what they could have done better to see that it was a goal. So let's have a look at the first screenshot right on your screen. This is from referee's eye level. We're going to look at the linesman's level in a little bit. But looking first at a screenshot that I took of the referee's eyesight. So you can see there, it's not as clear as it would have been in the linesman's sight, but you can clearly see it looks very much over the line. I mean, I'm looking at it closer in on my phone, but you can look closer if you want to on the screen, and it's just not, I don't know, it just looks over for me. It looks way over the line. Moving into the linesman's eye screenshot on your screen now. Fandabidozi. Look at that again. It's the same. It's just way over the line. It just looks over the line, and I think the linesman, and you looked at the linesman's head. It's looking at the ball from the animation. It's looking at the ball. So, you know, I'm not sure if the linesman itself was looking at Lampard or someone else or one of the fans. I don't know, but it's very, again, as I zoom in myself, and I'll hopefully try and zoom it in for you guys as well, you zoom it in and it looks over the line. So the final screenshot on your screen now, brilliant, and you can see it's an over the top one of the actual game, and you can see very clearly the ball is over the line. Now crucially, now this is the crucial part, and this links to this whole situation and why we've got things like goal line technology now. Now, before the World Cup, there was a lot of mentioning and there was a lot of disallowed goals over the years beforehand, over the last few years in club and international competition. And one of the big things that we wanted was technology done in the right way. And Sepp Blatter turned around and said, nope, we don't need technology, we do not need it. Clearly we do. Clearly we did. I'm talking about it like it's the present tense, it's the past tense of course. We did need it. We needed it in the right way. And I've got those screenshots pictured in my mind right now. And I'm looking at it from all different sides. I was a kid watching this. I was an England fan. I was right in there. Germany were 2-1. I was saying to my television, go on England, you can score. Lampard, I thought he scored. Yes! Then it gets given as no goal because it didn't cross the line. I'm like, what? I was surely it was over the line. I definitely thought it was over the line. They replayed the footage and I saw it back and I was absolutely mental. I went mental. I was a 10-year-old kid, but I went flaming mental because I knew that were a goal. People, pundits watching that goal from screens showing the footage back knew it was a goal. It was clear with no technology that the referee couldn't see it back, so they didn't know it was a goal. They thought it had not crossed the line, but very clearly it did. Lampard knew as soon as he scored it crossed the line. Rooney was complaining. Gerrard was complaining. Gerrard, to be fair, was very humble in his response. He didn't put the performance down to that disallowed goal, because the second half was still a diabolical show. And that's been the one thing with England for me. Over the last few competitions, it's always been poor. Well, going from World Cup 2010, World Cup 2010, eliminated by Germany with a disallowed goal, but apart from that, it was average at best, it was poor. Going into the 2012 Euros, again, average. 2014 World Cup, don't even speak to me about that. Euro 2016, don't even dare speak to me about that, because that Iceland defeat was embarrassing. That was the worst defeat. That was worse than that America defeat in the old 1950s or wherever it was. But it was just as embarrassing as that. It was embarrassing. 2018 World Cup in Russia. That was a resurgence point. That was a resurgence point. But it all started with the World Cup 2010, in my opinion. And I've watched competitions, before World Cup 2010. I've watched things from Euro 08, World Cup 06, Euro 04. I even have very vague toddler memories of the 2002 competition. I have very vague memories, but I have just a little light bulb about that. It's mainly from 2006 onwards that I have more memories of understanding. But England just haven't performed, and I like how Gerrard didn't put that disallowed goal down to the reason why they lost 4-1. But I'm not going to lie to you, and a few pundits have said that the disallowed goal would have, if it was allowed in, if it was 2-2 at half time instead of 2-1, Germany on the back foot, England were up for it, they were ready for it, they were going to get into the second half, and they were going to launch that team talk, they're going to launch that second half performance, but it wasn't. Disallowed goal, in my personal opinion, flattened the team, absolutely flattened it, and then it ended up being the 4-1 defeat we know and hate today against Germany. And you've got to remember, this is a Germany with some great players: Klose, Muller, Schweinsteiger. I can't remember who the keeper's name is. I can't remember now, but I really want to remember. But there was a lot of world-class Germany players on the field, so England could step up to the occasion. If it was 2-2 at half-time, they could really step up and try and take control of the game and try and provide that result. But the disallowed goal flattened the atmosphere. It flattened everything. So, and you saw the screenshots. I zoomed in on those screenshots, and it just wasn't meant to be. It just didn't happen. And the disallowed goal, disgrace, absolute disgrace. I'm so glad we've got goal decision system. Sometimes I'm not too glad, because sometimes it does not work to our advantage. Same with VAR. It can work when it's done right. When it's not done right, it's pathetic. I'm so glad we brought in technology, and I'm not going to be, I'm going to speak on a level head here. I think we've stabbed ourselves in the back, because we all as fans asked for technology, and then when we got it, we complained that we need to scrap it, like VAR. We complain we don't have enough technology, and then we complain when it gets it wrong. And that's not down to us. Obviously we've called for it, and now we're calling it for it to go, like VAR, for example. But I think that the people who got it wrong are the people in charge of the technology. I think things like VAR, there's a couple of goal decision systems where I think they've got it wrong. And they need to sort that stuff out. Goal decision system is actually all right now. They've sort of flawed out all the problems. I'm sure there's little minor tweaks they can do here and there in later years, but I personally feel like the goal decision system is better than it already has been. VAR, that is the next piece of technology that needs work. I mean, what's next? What's the next piece of technology football could bring in? I don't know. But VAR is the next piece of technology they need to work on for next season. Absolutely, positively, no doubt about it. So that was a little it was nice to do a little walk down memory lane today and sort of have a look at the ghost goal, as we call it. But I did like how I did like looking back on it, and the screenshots obviously were from the BBC and ITV, you know, post-match analysis and in-game commentary, etc. So it was nice to sort of have a look at them and have a look back at it, and I've watched it back numerous times now. I'm still fuming about that, absolutely fuming. So this Remember series isn't just about looking at past matches from my childhood club, Donny Rovers, other matches that have changed the course of history as well. It's also looking at specific moments or specific goals or things like that. So very interesting stuff there. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. My name is the CHALL. Goodbye. Champion! Champion!